Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another Axis and Allies Generals Division game. And today I'm playing Snoopy, one of the very best, especially his allies play. He's an exceptionally good opponent, and I've played him many times before. I think he does do some rank. As you can see, he's double top 10 place finisher, which is pretty impressive considering most people in the top 10 have to spam a lot more games to get there. So yeah, very impressive opponent. Can't overstate it enough. So I also want to thank you guys for watching the stream. Your subscriptions, comments are highly entertaining to me. I read all of them, and I love it. That's what keeps it entertaining and me keep making these videos. And of course, the paying members, you guys are the best. I really appreciate your support, and if there's anything you guys would like to see special, let me know. I try to give the members early access to the videos, and I have a couple member-only videos hidden away there. So, let's see what Snoopy did. He bought the standard 4 infantry, 2 tanks. He had a below average West Russia, below average Ukraine. He lost 1 more unit than he should have in both. And so this is a pretty favorable start for us. So I'm gonna just buy the bomber and and the 9 land units. So the reason this is favorable is, even though it's only, some people might say it's Blacktide, it's just -1 units on both. But those missing 1 units allows me to stack Karelia round 1, and he doesn't have IPC positive odds, which is super favorable for me. It just makes it really easy to put pressure on West Russia. It makes it hard for him to throw down a fleet. UK is kind of has to force to send their fighters there if he wants to hold it. That gives me extra turns where he's not dropping me, and really allows you to get into a good position early, which those tiny little early advantages really can snowball over time. And since he doesn't have an AA in Ukraine, I can just send fighters over and not have to worry about the result. It's a 98% capture here. Very nice. Excellent. It's always nice if you can get 2 hit backs. Even 1 hit back. 2 is even better in Transjordan, because it allows you to threaten it with Germany with the bomber and battleship, assuming they survive. Got it. Alright, average result here. Well, got a middling turn. Had a great Transjordan, on the frowny side of average in Ukraine, frowny side of average in C-Zone 7. Usually 1 or 2 subs is what you get. So, let's proceed with the plan. I'm going to, since he's a little unit light, I'm going to put 2 infantry here in Belorussia to encourage him to trade. I want to, if he wants to trade, I want to force as many units out of him as possible. I'll leave one tank there just in case he fails to capture Ukraine and I can blitz into Caucasus. Alright, let me make sure I have the proper amount of units there. That should be it. Let's set our defense profile to submerge with fleet. I'm going to exit and re-enter the game. I just came back from vacation. A very long, I don't know if it's a vacation, but to see my wife's family. So I have a lot of League games I have to catch up on because it's really hard to play through the Great Firewall of China. They block the Google login for me on my mobile device. So they even block VPNs, which is lovely. But I'm back. I'm having to marathon some games here, and pretty happy about the start. See if we can get him to trade, whittle down Russia. Well, we have a strong start as the Germans. Okie dokie. Maybe I should have taken... should I move this AA gun up? I moved it up, right? No, I did move it up from Italy up here. Okay. All is right in the world. Alright. That's it for now. And I'll see you guys next time for Japan 1. Welcome back. It's Japan 1. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. He bought 3 infantry fighter bomber, his signature move to give Japan a hard time. For combat, he killed the free transport. What did he hit C-Zone 7 with? He hit it a little greedy, actually, but we still got 2 hitbacks. I guess we only had 2 units, it makes sense. Hit Transjordan, lost 1. Lost the cruiser, so not a super great turn for him, all things considered. He did this setup here, which I usually see this setup paired with 2 bombers and a tank bought in India, so a little strange to see this here, but we're going to roll with it. I'm just going to buy the standard 3 transports, tank and infantry for some good pressure. Let's disengage that battle. I'm going to try to take the transport out. I see a cruiser. I'll try to kill a cruiser. I'll take that transport. Trying to decide if I want to attack here with this aircraft carrier in addition to the battleship. I don't think it hurts, right? Like, I can just add it there. Because I don't really need it to defend C-Zone 61. I can have enough to defend C-Zone 60 without it. Let's see. I have... Yeah, I should be fine. Always feels a little awkward to have the artillery and infantry unpaired, but I do want to keep the tanks in reserve in case I decide to do a India 3 pressure. Now that I think of it, maybe I'll change that up. When he does a fighter buy like that, there's really not going to be an India pressure. So I think it makes more sense to just include the tank to have slightly better attack power. Yeah, he's going to have 3 fighters. He He could potentially attack with the US. I don't think it makes too much sense. I could potentially go after this, but that's not a good idea when the sub can snipe me. I think I'll just take the cruiser cheaply and let the aircraft carrier wiggle away. Very strange opener. Okay, I think that looks fine. Let's go with this. Good dice there. Excellent. Can't complain about perfection. Bury is my one of the most important battles to have all your units survive. Well, not a perfect round. He gets a hit back, but still overall very strong round. Can't complain. I think it makes sense to pull back here, right? I mean, there's a 50-50 chance I'm going to lose an aircraft carrier, and while I do want to kill this cruiser, its value in my mind is limited. This bomber can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nowhere to land, so he can't really hit me there. It's unfortunate, but I think we're going to retreat here. That's unfortunate. That would have been a big value gain. Would really help out Germany to have less navy looking down my back, but not everything goes your way. Oh, I didn't include the battleships here. That was a mistake. Oh, I'm a little drunk here. Huh. It's an unusual mistake for me. I guess it was a weird position. Yeah, I should have had bombards here. I don't know why I didn't have those. Well, turned out okay, but that was a mistake. Darn, really wanted to kill that cruiser. It's my defense profile, default. Alright, let's go from here. Alright, that's it for now. Catch you guys next time for Germany 2. Welcome back. It's Germany 2. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. He bought the standard purchase. Took Morocco, took Solomons, killed the sub, no losses. So it looks like he's trying to do a 2 ocean pressure. It's hard to pull off, and it tends to give Germany a lot of space, which is why I don't like it that much. It hurts Japan a ton, but at the same time, Germany just gets to grow and get a really strong position that's truly hard to dislodge if you don't trade with them aggressively early. Also, looks like he decided to sacrifice that Russian infantry there to save those blokes. So anyway, I'm going to keep buying a little bit more air since he still doesn't have a fleet. I'm going to try to keep that away as long as I can. Let's capture Egypt to try to tempt him into getting something done there. I think I'm going to try to trade this fighter out because I'm going to try to kill this guy there. I wonder if stacking Archangel is a good option. That's something to get, but he has the 3 infantry there. Can I even stack that? Let's plug it into the calculator real quick, just to see, for kicks and giggles, if it's even possible. Against what he has. I don't think it is. It is possible. That might be a really appealing option. If I can just stack this. And that basically forces him out of West Russia. I mean, can he keep West Russia stacked and keep Russia safe? I don't know. I don't know that he can. I don't know that he can. Yeah, he only has 2 artillery. Is that a good idea? I don't know if it's a good... I think it's a good idea. I'll get to trade all of this, probably force him out of West Russia. I think there's a lot of value in doing that. I'm not going to break this with all those fighters there, that's for sure. Yeah, let's try it. Make sure I don't have anything going there. Nice, got the fighter. Please don't hit back destroyer. Whew. When I saw all 4 fighters miss, I got a little scared. Good. Ironically, Archangel's the most important one not to get a hit back in. Oh, no, don't fail this. Whew. Yeah, honestly, if he bought more artillery, there's no way I could stack Archangel. Okay. Where do I want these puppies? I don't think he has a chance to capture this, right? Because he's going to use all of his air, most likely, on my battleship, right? Yeah, he's going to... Well, he might not. He has a cruiser, 2 fighters. Maybe he'll risk that. Do I guard this or not? One, two, three, four. Yeah. I don't know. It might be worth guarding this. Because either he has to only use 3 here, or he yeah, it might be worth it to just try to hold Algeria there. I don't know. It's kind of a low risk, low reward strategy. Do I want that fighter there? He'll probably just blast that with all of his air. So that's probably not a fantastic idea. Well, maybe he won't try to blast it because the only place for him to land would be back in West Russia. Food for thought. It's just not a huge value in putting it there, though. Don't think he's likely to drop a fleet here with this battleship he needs to commit his cruiser to, and I'm gonna have 7 planes. Move that there just for the heck of it. Alright, let's still put 2 infantry there to force him to do something. Do I want to put any units here? Might as well. I'd probably just move them anyway to France. I think the odds of that battleship living are low. But you never know. Another low risk, low reward sort of move. Okay. Pretty nice position, I think, overall. It'll be interesting to see how we fare against the 2 oceans. I don't see it very often, so I can't say with a high degree of confidence how good I am at defending it, but my general theoretical perspective is it just gives Germany too much space. So we'll see, and catch you guys next time for Japan 2. Welcome back, it's Japan 2. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. 2 fighters, 2 infantry, and an artillery. It's nice we got to delay a fleet drop another turn. He hit Ukraine, and we got double hit back, so got a nice punish there on his air raid. Hit Burma, no losses, lost 1 in Egypt, so pretty great round for us. That was lucky. We got the 1 in 9 double hit back, or maybe he didn't 1-round us, but in any case, I will take it. And I'm just going to do my standard complex 6 infantry. I see he's doing the 2 ocean strategy, but I'm not going to overthink it too much. Send that there, and this fighter's gonna land here. Yeah, send extra infantry there. Maybe I'll put 3 guys here. I don't think he's gonna hit Sinkiang with Russia because you have to go 1, 2, 3. Then you'd have to land his fighters in one of these 3 spots, which is a little dangerous, especially with the Archangel stack sitting there. I should be able to spook off his... Yeah, I can scare away what he's got. Yeah, let's go with this. And I'm just going to try to play super standard with Japan. I'm probably not going to be going for the island circuit like I normally might, due to the 2 ocean strategy kind of pinning me in. Nice, got the extra bonus Russian units. Maybe I'll put... This guy can pick off the guys here, and what I want to make sure is, first and foremost, that Archangel is safe. Secondly, am I safe here? Yeah. I want to make sure he doesn't do something cheeky like hit 36 with a... you know, he can buy an aircraft carrier, go 1, 2, 3, so that's 5 units he could potentially hit this with, and we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a battleship. So that should make that attack pretty unattractive, and I'm just going to keep the aircraft carrier and the battleship here to discourage him from YOLOing 2 fighters into my stack. So we should be pretty secure here, and the added bonus of having the destroyer bounce out that sub. I think that's good. And the reason I take these guys from Philippines and land them here, is so I can keep taking the guys off the islands. Like, I can take the guys off East Indies next turn, or I could posture to go after Africa, which isn't looking very likely against a 2-ocean. You don't want your fleet to stray too far from each other. Yeah, and this hopefully is going to cause him a lot of havoc. You can see he evac'd the planes he had in West Russia, which means we're probably going to get West Russia next turn, because I don't think there's any way he can safely defend both of these territories. Maybe he can. I haven't ran the numbers, but at the very least we'll get Vologda, and I guess we're kind of trapping these units here, aren't we? So that's a bonus. Yeah, just puts a lot of pressure on him. It's always nice, because once they get out of West Russia, it's really hard for them to retake it, because they can't land fighters on there. And that just allows Germany to have more income, Russia less, and it reduces the places they can trade from, you know, these 3 territories to just these 2. So, yeah, I think we're in a pretty healthy position. Japan's a little, you know, getting pressured, but, you know, especially after he lost those 2 fighters air raid, or 2 planes air raiding, which is why I don't like air raiding. It's really high volatility. It's heaven or hell. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you guys next time for Germany 3. Welcome back. It's Germany 3. Let's take a look what Snoopy did. He bought transport another aircraft carrier. That's a little unusual. I guess it makes sense. He's doing a 2-ocean. He hit 14, lost the cruiser. That's about probably what he should have gotten. Well, what did he hit it with? Yeah, that's about what he should have gotten. Hit Algeria, got a good result there. Hit Gibraltar, perfect, no losses. And we got a hit back in Iwo Jima, so pretty decent turn for him, all things considered. Though we are losing Africa, I think we did our damage, and we get a transport as a consolation. So I'm going to buy 11 infantry and another fighter to keep up the pressure. I'm going to see if I can capture this for German income. I'm trying to decide if I want to hit this. I don't think I really do, because I can't get planes in range. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If I land the planes here, they can still reach Sea Zone 8 if he drops a fleet there. If he drops a fleet in Sea Zone 7, so be it. See if we can at least take Egypt before our guys bite the dust. Bomber goes 1, 2, 3. Okay, bomber should be safe. How did he do his Russia? Bello, 1, no losses, got it. Karelia, killed 2, lost 2. How did he take Ukraine? Oh, that's right, he air raided it, that makes sense. And we're using the tank here because there's no counterattack threat. So might as well use all the muscle we can. got it. Alright, that's good. Excellent. No hitbacks. Alright. Pretty good turn thus far. Let's hope I didn't jinx myself. Alright. That was a great turn. We killed 5 units for 1 hit back. I guess, yeah, that's the smiley side of average. Let's try to stack. Maybe it's better to put these guys here, because if he moves the US troops up, captures here, and drops a UK fleet, a lot of my fighters wouldn't be able to hit. I guess those guys don't really have a choice. I mean, I guess he could hit this with the US and blitz in with tanks and a fighter, but I don't think that's a good fight for him. Let's see, what can he hit here? He has 2, 1, 2, 3. Let me plug in that France attack just to make sure that it's not some super amazing fight that I'm not seeing. It's not a great fight for him. But it's not a terrible fight either. I'll move 1 extra infantry in just to keep it safe. Suppose he could hit this with the UK, right? 1, 2, 3. No, that's not a good move. It's always nice to take these territories as Germany. The permanent income, well, not permanent, but Russia's unlikely to take this. German income is so precious. They are the ones that bear, they're kind of the Allies' win condition breaking Germany, either through France or Karelia usually. And so any bit of extra income to help bulk Germany up can kind of exponentially pay for itself over time. Just add an extra infantry there just to discourage him from doing something untoward. What's my defense profile? Default, I'll take that. What did he hit? Karelia with 3 infantry and a fighter. Okay. Alright, I think that about sums it up. I've been experimenting with this heavier fighter strategy lately, where when UK doesn't do a fleet drop, I just keep buying more and more planes to get more, to keep delaying and delaying their fleet drop. And I think I really like it. You know, it makes your stacks a little bit more flimsy, but it just allows for hyper efficient trading. It zones their navy, and if you don't have to have big stacks to protect like France, then I think over the long run it's pretty nice. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you next time for Japan 3. Welcome back. It's Japan 3. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. He bought infantry tank destroyer aircraft carrier, so he's finally dropping that fleet. He hit Egypt, killed 2, lost 1. What did he hit it with? 4 units? That's about normal. Hit Burma, no losses, so pretty good turn for him. And we got a destroyer purchase out of him, which is pretty nice. So this turn, ironically, took me a long time to decide whether I wanted to hit this destroyer or not, whether I wanted to, attack Australia, attack Burma, where I want to position my fleet, because if I use a destroyer to hit here, he can just park a sub on my fleet, which is kind of annoying. So this was a difficult turn for me. But I decided I'm just going to buy the good old 9-in-1. Let's take the freebies. I would like to hit here. I am going to risk my destroyer there. And since it's possible, I would like to do my best to try and capture Australia if possible. It's really hard to grab the islands against the 2 oceans, so when you get the opportunity, I think it's wise to seize that opportunity. Okay, so I think that's about it. How can you reach here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can't reach it with his fighters. I do want to kill that destroyer. Since I'm going so heavy on air as Germany, I think it's good to wipe out their navy when you get the chance. Nice. No hit back. Hopefully this destroyer hits back against his sub if he decides to hit it next turn. Whew. Could have ended in tears. Okay, very nice. In general, as Japan, you want to trade Burma pretty aggressively. How many units do I want to put here? I want to put at least 2 in order to discourage him from just hitting it with 1 infantry in the US and the bomber, but do I want to put 3 units here? I'm not sure, but I do know I want to move, well, where do I want to move my whole fleet? I think I do want to protect him. The bomber can stay here. The rest of the fleet should go here. Where do I want these fighters? Well, I'll put at least 1 here in Arc. I don't think there's any shot that he goes for that, though, right? I mean, that would be such a silly attack by him. That would mean if he went for here and captured it, just seems like a silly attack. We should be safe here, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Maybe not as safe as I would like there, huh? Let me punch that into the calculator. Well, I guess... Let's see, where's the U.S. bomber? Can that reach 1, 2, 3, 4? It cannot. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to have... That's a 26% for him to clear. If I land my whole fleet here, on the other hand, it becomes, you know, like a 0% clear because I can land these fighters here. I think it's okay to leave him with that 26%. I don't know. Would he go for that? What's the score? I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm ahead a little bit, but not super far ahead. Huh. That'd be a big value swing if he gets it. Something to consider. 26%. Would Snoopy go for that? I don't know. You know, Snoopy does tend to play risky if he thinks he's behind, but the question is, does he think he's behind? I think maybe the answer is yes. Germany's gotten a lot of space. But if I land over here in Manchuria and Buryatia, that gives him a lot of space. You know, let's hold up a minute here. Maybe I'll just do the safe thing. I'll just play it safe. I think I'm in an excellent spot. I mean, I don't think it's... Well, but then if I land here, I suppose he could double block, capture Philippines? But is that profitable for him? He'd put, what, a destroyer here, aircraft carrier here, capture Philippines. But then I could just nuke him down. That'd kill his whole fleet. Right? Yeah, he'd have nothing left. I don't think he'd go for that. That's burning a lot of units for almost nothing. And I could potentially reclaim it with... I have the bombers here. Keep extra bombers here. Okay, I think this isn't the optimal move in terms of, like, what mathematically is the best move. This is a move that I do when I feel I'm ahead, and I want to not allow him the opportunity to get some big YOLO, because if he gets that 26%, wipes all of my transports, I'm in a lot of trouble. So let's take our foot off the gas a little bit. Maybe I'll leave one guy there. Take our foot off the gas. Do something slightly suboptimal to maintain our position in this game. We are ahead in attack power. I think we're making good progress. Germany's super strong. Let's not flub it. And his odds on Japan are, let me put in the calculator, 0.3% chance on Japan. So I'm okay with giving him a 0.3. And this is completely rock solid. No chance of him taking that. I think this is the better play. It's not the better play. This is the safer play. Sometimes what's technically best isn't wise. Because I don't know. Snoopy's very good at playing from behind. Probably the best player I know from playing from behind. He'll offer you 50%. Sometimes, in some games, he's offered me 70% on his capital. I took it, I failed, and he won. So let's just try to keep our position safe. Yeah, you can see we got a pretty decent attack power lead turn 3. The income... Oh, he's not going to keep 26 as Russia. Russia's actually pretty darn strong. He's been doing really well, but yeah, we're starting to get closer to equalized income, and if the allies aren't ahead when you equalize on income, it's usually Axis advantage. And even though Germany doesn't have many stacks, we have a lot of planes. They haven't even taken Norway yet. I think we're doing great on the German side. The Japanese side is a little shaky, but Germany's more important than Japan. All right, that's it for now. I'll see you guys next time for Germany 4. Welcome back. It's Germany 4. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. About a fighter, 2 transports, 4 infantry, and an artillery. Very few transports for what you'd expect at this point in the game. But a lot of fighters, since he's doing the 2 oceans. So he hit Italy, killed 2, lost 1. Wake Island, no losses. Ukraine, no losses. So pretty good turn for him. Let's check out Russia. He bought 8 because he's a little rich. Lost 1 in Archangel, 1 in Kaz. Nothing in West Russia. So pretty mellow turn, all things considered. So for this turn, since I don't have Italy, I'm going to keep buying planes and 2 artillery, which I don't know if I actually need, but I'm going to be buying them. Send a bomber here. Boy, do I have a lot of fighters. So I am actually sending quite a few units to retake these, more than I might normally do, because I don't expect him to attack here again. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 units that he can stack. Do I want to add extra fighter here? What are the odds? I sometimes forget the odds of one fighter. It's a 93% capture. You know what? I can add more. I could just add an AA gun there. It becomes a less appealing attack for him, hopefully, maybe. And I can just stack here. He really doesn't have much he can hit here with. One, two, three, four. Yeah, I'm gonna plant most of my planes in France. And the reason for that is it puts pressure on the Medshuk and it puts pressure on his reinforcements. And he really shouldn't be able to defend both territories with how many planes I'm making. All right, let's go with this. Ukraine. And I do like trading a lot when I have a big plane advantage. It's to my benefit. Because you just trade so efficiently. Well, all things considered, let's see, I killed 6, you got 3 hit back, so that was a little worse than I would have liked, but sometimes that's how it goes. Oh, I guess this guy can't reach. See, let me make sure this is safe. He has, and I'm going to move this AA gun here. He can hit this with 4 units, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to have a lot more than 8. I'm going to have 10. Let me change the defense profile default. Okay, it's already there. Yeah, he has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And no bombards. Oh, that's right, we killed his cruiser. I suppose he could try to 2-1 it with the UK, but I think the Medshuk's a little bit of a dead tactic for him. I think he's far more likely. He's probably just going to land here with the UK because I don't think he wants to try to defend Northwestern. I guess he could try to defend. I don't know. We'll see what he decides to do, but he can't defend both of these. That much is certain with his navy. And if we get an AA hit and he goes for Italy, that will make his choices more difficult as well. Am I safe here? Let me just quickly run the numbers before I commit to something that I'll potentially regret. I'm going to have 8 infantry and AA, 3 artilleries, 9 tanks. It's a little tight. No, I have 2 anti-aircraft guns there. Yeah, it's a 38% capture for him. I think I'll just have to give him those odds. I could add a fighter here, but I really want all my fighters in range of the Med if possible. Maybe I'll leave a little note. I can blitz a tank over there, and that'll probably do. Alright, weird game. I have a very modest attack power lead, but I have so many planes. I have 8, 9 planes. And I don't know. I've been trying this heavy plane strategy with Germany more and more when I see that they do a delayed fleet drop. I mean, you know, when they just are making a bunch of UK planes. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's feeling pretty strong this game. I traded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 territories relatively cleanly. I'm shutting down his Medshuck. I mean, I have 9 planes. Have fun with your Medshuck. Little scary here in Karelia, but you know, Japan's gonna start pressing in on him soon. So, interesting game. I feel I'm slightly ahead, but you know, Japan's they could be better, but Germany's feeling pretty good. As long as he doesn't hit Karelia, I think we're in great shape. Alright, that's it for now. See you guys next time for Japan 4. Welcome back. It's Japan 4. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. Bought 2 fighters, 2 infantry, and a tank. Hit Burma, no losses. Kicked us out of Australia, which was an intelligent use of that US fighter to protect it. But by putting that fighter, he also gave us 90% chance to clear his fleet, which I do plan to take advantage of. So, oh right, his other moves. No, that was it. Okay, so this turn, I'm just going to buy a destroyer since we don't have one. Let's see, what was that? C-Zone 35. Yeah, we didn't get a hit back. Shame, shame, shame. So, let's hit that guy. I'm going to go after Alaska because he has no way to recapture it. Maybe I should send this guy instead. I need this tank to move over to Karelia to defend it. Alright, let's go with this. Ah, the sub hit. Oh, those weren't great hits. Well, I lost more than I should have there, but we cleared it. Supposed to lose 2 or 3 fighters, but oh, come on. It's one of those rounds, huh? Everything hits back, huh? Phew. This was not a good round. Not a bit good round. Not one bit a good round. I guess I'll put the bombers here to, I don't know, snipe these territories. Okay, well, these guys go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a lot of tanks, isn't it? You know, in fact, I think I'm actually going to include an AA gun here to maybe the tank. I don't know. Man, that was just a... I don't know that I can even stack this. I don't think I can. He has 3 tanks, these 2, 7 infantry. I can't stack it. So... I'm gonna put 1 there and 1 there. Darn. Yeah, we lost our lead. That was too big of a loss this turn. That's really unfortunate. If I put these fighters here. Could he blitz his tank into that? Would he want to blitz his tank into that? If he blitzed in, I'd have 5 units, he'd have 1, 5. 5 versus 5, that shouldn't be a good attack for him. I also wanted to keep one of the aircraft carriers in 62 in order to have a fighter here that could fight next turn, but I don't know. Having a sub, he might just YOLO the sub into 61, and I think it's better to have more units there. God, what a mess of a turn. Every fight was bad. This is the only fight where I got a good result. I can pick which territory. It's not relevant. Okay, well, sometimes the universe just gives you a poop sandwich and you have to eat it and have a smile on your face, whether you want to or not. Let's not give his sub the chance to fight. Ugh. Rough round. Well, hopefully Germany can save the day. His Karelia stack is really slow, so hopefully the bad Japan doesn't take us too far out of the game. At least we eliminated his fleet, even if it was at a loss. So, alright, that's it for now. Catch you next time for Germany 5. Welcome back. It's Germany 5. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. Bought a tank for infantry, transport, sub, bomber, artillery. Looks like he's really doubling down on that Japan pressure, trying to prevent us from taking the islands. For combat, he took Norway. Looks like he hit southern Europe with 1 infantry, but we got double hit back, so we took out a bomber, which is nice. Russia, about 6 units. Hit Ukraine, failed Bello, no losses Ark, lost 1 Kazakh. Took Vologda, no losses. So pretty heavy trading from him on Russia, and as you can see, Japan is a little skinny after our bad last turn. We got skunked in Burma, we lost extra planes wiping his fleet, so we're only at 40 IPC income as Japan, which is a little sad. I'm gonna pump the brakes on my plane purchases. I'm gonna maybe I'll buy an artillery. I don't want artillery, I have enough planes. Just gonna buy infantry, save the rest. So, what I'm trying to do here, is, I guess I don't need 2, is, let's take the freebies. I'm trying to trade Russia down, because you can't let Russia get away with too much trading. By trading Caucasus or Ukraine here, he can't recapture it, and I should force him to have to defend. And now I'm going to do something I almost never do, which is take northwestern, or take Finland. I almost never do it because it doesn't really accomplish much normally, but I can't stack Archangel, I can't stack West Russia. Well, I could if I added planes from Japan, but that's just a little too expensive. Japan is really weak right now. I only have 3 fighters left. So I'm trying to take a little bit of the heat off Japan so they can put those fighters in more efficient areas, like in here or here. Since I don't have a lot of planes, I should try to focus on a handful of really good battles rather than, a plethora of bad ones. I'm going to try to keep these fighters here. I was originally a little tempted to try to just hit the aircraft carrier for an IPC profit, but I don't... I think it's better to just try to trade all of these territories a little bit more efficiently. Am I safe here? He can hit with 2 land units, 4 planes. I should be safe. Do I want to add an extra infantry here? No, I think this is fine. You shouldn't be able to hit this, especially if I'm adding an AA gun. These units can just remain here. And we get 2 free transports. That's really nice. USA only has 4 transports right now, which is excellent. It's really, while Japan's really struggling Germany's just doing okay, but the fact that I have very little Karelia pressure is exceptionally nice for us. Like, it's giving us a lot of space to develop as Germany and form some really big stacks that I don't know if he's going to be able to overcome anytime soon. And when we take Finland, it kind of says, hey, you can't take, you certainly can't stack Norway, so that puts a pause on the Karelia stack. Or the Karelia pressure. Pretty great turn. Only lost 3 infantry. Can't complain about that. I don't know, is this how I want to play it? I guess I don't really need units here since I have Ukraine good to go. Got 13, so I have to put at least 1 in Italy. How many units do I need to defend here? Is the question, because let's see, if I have 5 infantry, 6 fighters, this should be enough. I can add an extra infantry just for the sake of caution. He can blast me in Berlin with 2 fighters, 2 infantry. So 10 infantry really, realistically, should be enough. Do I want to try to hold Italy, is the question. He can blast that with 8 units. So I don't think I particularly want to try to hold Italy. I think I'd rather march more units up here to put more pressure on Russia, because Russia's being way too greedy right now. You know, they're stacking Vologda, or is it Vologda? Heaven help me, I'll never remember. You know, they're trading against Japan a little bit too freely here, so I'm going to try to add more pressure here and really punish his dual ocean strategy by let me check. How many cruisers does he have? Well, yeah. I want to punish it. By crushing Russia if he takes too long. You know, by putting this unit here, it's going to make it more challenging for him to get a complex in Norway. Yeah. This should cause him a lot of problems. He might be forced to take here instead of going through the Med. He might be forced to move to C-Zone 6 to reinforce Norway. I'm not sure what he'll do, if he wants to continue this Med Shuck or if he wants to defend Norway, which I think he should be able to do pretty easily with how many planes he has, but it forces him to make a choice, and I love making my opponents make hard choices. Alright, this should be safe. Berlin's safe. That's extra super safe. 7 units. You should have no chance there. Yeah, he only has 1 transport, is UK. 4 transports is US. It's turn 5. While we are behind in attack power, I think our position is pretty solid. I think he's damaging Japan too much and letting Germany run free a little too much. It's interesting. Let me know in the comments if you guys think this little Finland pressure is. I just figured I can't stack these territories. What's the point of stacking Karelia? Why not take Finland, deny them some income, slow down their stack? I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on if you think that's a good move or if it's just me being silly. I guess I can take that defend Karelia little map note off. Alright, well, interesting position. I mean, when you're ahead 5 attack power after your turn, you're not really ahead. But what's he up to? Russia still 46? Yeah, Russia's still pretty healthy. Japan's at 72, but I think these planes are causing him problems. And by having 6 fighters here, it makes it difficult for him to reinforce and defend both of these territories. So we'll see what he decides to do. But I'm feeling modestly optimistic. Even though we're down, I think there's a lot of potential. Germany is just not pressured at all, and we can work with that. All right, that's it for now. Catch you next time for Japan 5. Welcome back. It's Japan 5. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. Hit Yunnan. As we got skunked there the previous turn, killed 2, lost 1. French Indo, no losses, and he hit C-Zone 61. He hit 2 units against my 3. It was a 74% chance to survive, and he got it. Oh, I've had so many games where Snoopy just YOLOs my Japanese Navy and gets it. That is... first the Burma fail, so he takes this, then this. Man. Getting slapped in the face here, so... Alright, we will accept our licking and move on. I have to buy more transports. I have to buy an aircraft carrier. I lost... how many... oh god, how much money was that? He traded it all for a sub. Oh, that was 28, 30. Oh god. 30. Way too much money for a sub. I even put everything here just to make it so that wouldn't happen, but here we are. So let's see if this game's still recoverable. He built extra subs, so I need 2 battleships now if I want to keep my navy safe. Maybe I'll use an artillery here. I am so depleted as Japan, it's ridiculous. Oh, my income, I'm down to 37. Yikes. You know, I think I'm not going to even use this fighter because I'm like an abuse victim. I'm afraid that his bomber is just gonna kill my newly planted aircraft carrier. These guys go 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't super like taking my battleship away when my navy's already this depleted, but I have to take these islands. They're super important. It's enduring income. I don't think I want to... Do I want to take Western Canada? Maybe I will. I'll take it. I get some income. This guy will chill there. These guys go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they're safe. Man, he has more in India than I have in Asia as Japan. This is ridiculous. Thank goodness Germany's doing okay, or I'd probably rage quit out of this game. Alright, let's go with this. God, I can't believe he wiped my navy. 2 units. For 22% clear. I guess Snoopy must be feeling really far behind if he's going for those sort of battles. Oh, 3rd time's the charm, huh? Okay, let's move these guys there. Take this transport back. Unload. Where do we want to plop these bombers? Where's safe from his fighters? This should be safe. Can I make this area safe? With 2 infantry, that's 6 infantry, a tank, 2 fighters. What are his odds if he goes for that attack? Slightly positive. Slightly IPC positive for Russia to nuke this. But I think... it might be fine, because if he wants to nuke this area with Russia, you know what? I think I'll even add this tank here. Then that makes it negative, right? Yeah, I think that's the right choice. It's a little unnerving having those fighters far away from Burma or these areas, but I can't really land my fleet. Because I have the battleships here, I only have so many units here. I think I'm just gonna have to secede these zones to him for a little while. I don't have a choice. I got licked. Yeah, that's what I say. Snoopy's very good at playing from behind. He takes crazy low probability battles and then sometimes they work, and look, he's back in the game. Wait, why am I even moving anything there? There's no advantage to moving there. Should just move everything here. I can still hit Yunnan. In fact, maybe I should just move everything here in case he tries to stack this. The units in Evenki can trade Novo. These guys can trade Kazakh, and it should be okay. Wow, this is such a weak Japan. Sitting here at 64 IPCs a turn. Totally crippled. Now watch, he brings the 2 subs and the bomber in at me next turn. Let's see, what are his odds there? Shouldn't be good. It's a 17% clear. Let's see if he can get it. And I'm leaving this guy back so he can't just tank blitz Alaska next turn. I want to force him to put some skin in the game if he wants it. It says we're ahead in attack power, but God, how many units was that I just lost there? How many units was it? I lost 54 IPCs of units for a sub. Alright. That's it for now. I'll see you guys. Oh, should I have added more units here? No. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the planes can't reach unless... Yeah, the planes can't reach. There's no way. Okay, I didn't mess up. Okay, that's it for now. Catch you guys next time for Germany 6. Welcome back. It's Germany 6. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. He bought a sub bomber 8 infantry, took Southern Europe for free, failed Italy, which is nice, and he did another YOLO navy. He had the sweet, succulent taste of a sweet sub, YOLO in 61, and he went for it again in 53. Luckily, he got the result he should have gotten, and he cleared Western Canada. For Russia, 7 infantry, hit Archangel, lost 1, hit Novo, failed, lost 1 in Kazakh, lost 1 in West Russia, so pretty good hitbacks for us there. Oh, but my God, was that lucky roll crippling. I see why he likes these fights with how lucrative they are. Anyway, back to business. I'm going to keep building up my plane stack. I plan to try to take out this right here. It's just too juicy to ignore. I'd like to take Caucasus. If possible, I would like to take Norway. If I don't take it, I will survive. I want to make this an unattractive hit for him, so he can hit with 4 units, and I should have enough to discourage that attack. I'm not really hitting Northwestern Europe with that much. Maybe I could just put my whole stack here. Do I want to put the whole stack here? Because when these planes come back, they have to either land in France or Germany or Italy. Obviously, I don't want to go to Italy. I would ideally like to stay in France because it kind of discourages him from splitting up his navy. I think even after that great 61, Snoopy still feels behind because giving me attacks like this is supposed to be like a 30 IPC positive battle. On average, I should lose 2 fighters and, minus 20, and I kill, what's the value of the units there? 56. So that's a pretty juicy prospect for us. I could potentially stack Norway. I don't know if I want to. I'd like to take it, discourage the US from planting a complex there, but that's about all I really want to get done. I'll leave this to Japan. Now, what's the scoreboard say? It says I am quite a bit behind. But I think Snoopy's spending too much money on Japan. I mean, it obviously worked with that 61 attack, but, like, after this, I mean, this is a 99.2% clear. I sure hope I clear this, or I'll probably lose the game. He only has 2 transports. Like, this is just giving Germany so much space. Anyway, let's see how it goes. Okay, let's do these. Very nice. Excellent. I probably should have waited for this one. Well, we got it. With the average result. Caucasus is always nice to take. That's extra income. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Oof. Okay, got it. Yeah, 4 IPCs is nothing to tilt your nose up at. Excellent result. We lost 1 less fighter than we should have. I'm shocked he gave us that fight, though. I think Snoopy might be tilting. It's funny, because my other game with Snoopy, I felt like he was tilting a little too. Like, he gave me like a 50 IPC positive Ukraine attack that I feel normally Snoopy wouldn't give me such lucrative attacks. Like, Snoopy is a top tier player. There's no doubt about that, but some of these fights that he's been taking are, dare I say, questionable. I'm just going to move this here. Should I have moved my tanks in here? No, I think I like my tanks here to discourage a Karelia or a West Russia stack. What can even hit this with here? Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if maybe I should just put these units in Germany instead. No, I think it's good to end this Medshuck. So take that nonsense and get rid of it. If you want to take something, you're going to lose all your crap. So let's see, he can hit this with 8 units in a bombard. Those should be terrible dice for him, right? Let's calculate it out, though, just in case. Because sometimes things can look terrible, but like in a 2-way attack, they can actually be a little potent against... Okay, yeah, this is an absolutely horrid attack for him. Now, what about his attack on Berlin, if he were to go for that? Less than 1% capture chance. Okay, we can give that to him. This should be a bad attack, right? That would be 4 versus 6. Now Let me make sure. Sometimes I forget that Berlin's bombed when I'm placing units. Or, yeah, like in this case, I'm going to put 2 in Karelia. So let's just put like 3 units. And how many am I going to place there? I'm going to place 8 units. So that's 8 units total, right? Right. Okay, that should be good. That was a big win in 15. Shocked he gave me that fight. In fact, in a few turns, I might be able to just flat out take out Russia. Yeah, this is a big stack. Of course, I think he might be able to defend it. Maybe not if I have all my planes in range. But until he gets off the Medshuk kick, I think I'm just going to keep these guys in France. And you can see how that punished it. He wanted to refill more units here, so he had to defend 2 spots. And you can't defend 2 spots. You have to pick one. Or invest a ridiculous amount of money in Navy, like we've gotten the United Kingdom to do. Alright, I think this is good. Now, let's think about what his next turn is going to be. If I were him, I would take my fleet, move it here, hit Norway, and hit Northwestern Europe. That's probably what he's going to do. Or maybe he'll just move his fleet here. Or perhaps maybe he'll move in 3, hit these 2 areas, and then have the US follow up. I'm not completely sure, but this should be fine. I don't know why I'm even bothering to defend this. There's no way he attacks that. That means he loses his whole navy again, right? Yeah, I'm not going to add an extra unit to this. He wants to 4 versus 5 and lose... Yeah, 1, 2... Yeah, and lose all of these boats. He can be my guest. I'm not going to protect myself against... Additionally protect myself against him doing something incredibly stupid. Let's put the artillery there to increase the pressure. Let me check my defense profile. Default. I guess I can set it to AA protection. I'm not terribly worried about him doing bombards. I mean, he only has 1 cruiser. And he has other stuff to do. You know what? I'll just keep it as default. Because I don't see him doing any 2-1 attacks. Like, yeah, he has no space to do it. And if he does do it, it means he's giving something else up somewhere else. And I'll welcome losing a AA gun in order for him to skip capturing one of these territories. And it's really nice that we could reset the timer on Norway. Like, Japan's crippled, but I mean, let's look at Germany's attack power after this. 43, not bad. 100, well, I mean, I'm like, that's actually not that high attack power, but if you look at it in relation to the other powers, Germany is pretty strong. The US has 2 transports, turn 6, so weird game. Japan's crippled, UK is super strong, Russia's actually pretty strong too at 45, but USA is also been pretty impotent. Alright, that's it for now. Catch you guys next time for Japan 6. Welcome back. It's Japan 6. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. 5 infantry, sub, fighter, and an artillery. For combat, took Finland for free. Hit Norway, killed 2, lost 2. That's a little weird. Because he... How many did he buy? Yeah, 5. He definitely had enough units to send 2 to Norway. So that feels like a mistake on his part to only send 1. I don't think there's any reason you'd want to send 1 unit instead of 2. So, a little weird. He hit Yunnan, killed 2, lost 1. Caucasus, killed 1, lost 1. So, I had to look at this position for a long time. Because I had 2 kind of crossroads. One, I can hit Kazakh, and it's 11 units versus 9. And I have, you know, decent odds to do some okay damage. But if I do that, it means 2 things. Either I put my fleet here, hit Yunnan, and defend with 1 fighter, and that means he has a 49% chance to clear my navy, or I just allow him to, you know, march in and take Kwangtung for free, which is free income for him, and it kind of pushes my guys back a bit. Well, I guess I technically could put 3 infantry or something there, but you know, it's not a good feeling. US gets to that income. I can't really hold it. He has 2 tanks. He'd have an infantry, a bomber fighter, and whatever survives there, if anything. So I decided, though I am behind in attack power, I think Germany is sufficiently strong enough, and their US only has 2 transports that even after losing my whole fleet, I don't think I need to take that risk. So, goodness, should I buy a second? I'm a little tempted to buy a second destroyer. Is that crazy? To buy a second destroyer? It feels a little crazy, so I won't do it. Maybe I should, you know, I'll buy it. I'll ruin my logistics for a turn. Let's see, wait, his bomber can go 1, 2, 3. No, I can't afford to buy it. He'll just snipe it with a bomber. I can't prevent that. Okay, we'll just buy more land units than we need. Let's see if we can get New Zealand. I'm going to take this, well, probably don't need the artillery here, because I'm going to be using 4 planes. That should be enough, right? Because I need 2 planes to defend. He can only go 2, 3, 4, so these planes can't reach. That should be good. That should be good. That's my catchphrase. Now you might be wondering, why am I sending 2 bombers here instead of splitting them up in Archangel to give me better odds? Well, that's an excellent question. The reason for that is I want to send these bombers. Oh, he got a hit back. Well, glad I sent overkill. The reason I'm doing that is I want the bombers to land in the Pacific to threaten Australia, because he's been camping that US fighter here to protect the Australian income for a long time. And I would like to do my best to take those territories. It may seem like it's only 2 IPCs total, but over the long course of a game, it's very significant. Okay, I have to land here because otherwise that bomber can snipe these 2 territories. Okay. Alright, let's... Just put that one there. I'm just a little scared. Snoopy's playing so YOLO-y that I don't want to give him like a proper odds on anything. I mean, what are his odds here? He has... Well, I'll punch it into the calculator. 1 infantry, 2 tanks, 4 fighters and a bomber against 5 infantry, 2 tanks. Not a good fight for him. Okay. That's good. I'll move this fighter here too, just as a precaution. Kind of like putting the AA gun there. Forces him to trade more land units. He is limited to 3 a turn, so the more units I can trade here against, you know, United Kingdom, the better. They'll probably hit with something like tank, 2 infantry, and an artillery. I don't know what he'd clear that. He might risk planes, but that's just something I have to accept as a possibility. He can't reach us, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And dead. Okay. Alright. Wait, can these planes go 1? 1, 2, 3. No, they can't reach. Okay. Well, not the position you want to be as Japan, but here we are, making the best of this schlop that we're in. Let me make sure I got there. Now, with this fight here, I wonder if I want to set Destroyer second to last, because what I'm a little afraid of is that he'll kill the Destroyer, maybe the aircraft carrier if he gets 2 hits, and then it'll just be 2 fighter. Oh, I guess he can't really retreat, which... Yeah... I wonder if I should set Destroyer second to last, because my defense profile is... Oh, I can delete this. Okay, do I have Destroyer? I don't really need Carrier last, just Destroyer last. Sometimes you have to, like, custom edit your defense profiles. Whoops. Yeah. There are 2 transports. Snoopy has shown... Wait, can these bombers go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Good. Good, good, good. He can't reach. A serious propensity to do these really risky attacks. So I'm taking that into consideration. Let's exit and re-enter to make sure we apply that. Just a little scared after he's been taking 20 to like sub 30% chance attacks on my Navy repeatedly. This should be like a 10% attack for him, but who knows? He can't reach. Can this bomber go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Oh, 1, 2. Okay, I can't land here. I have to land everything here. Or move it up to here. Can this bomber reach 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah, I guess I'd have to land it here. Can this bomber reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, I guess I have to be here. I'm glad I noticed that so I didn't stupidly lose a transport. Which I have done before. Okay, let's go with this. I may have to buy more Navy next turn when he moves his sub up, but can't fight against everything. What a mess. What a mess Japan is. Buying fighters when I could be buying bombers. Back up to 42. Russia and UK are a little too strong for my liking, but hopefully it's going to be Germany carrying this game. We still have 8 fighters and a bomber. US really doesn't have any momentum going. I mean, Japan doesn't really have much going on either, but once I'm able to start, you know, maybe at some point even stacking West Russia, that would be good. Russia's income's too high. Anyway, we'll see how this game develops. Catch you guys next time for Germany 7. Welcome back. It's Japan 7, or sorry, Germany 7 rather. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. He bought 3 transports, a sub, and a bomber. Looks like he really wants to capture Hawaii, but I have a bomber here that can just kill that transport. I guess that means his bomber can counter kill it, but very interesting that he's going for that. I don't think I have a VC win in the cards anytime soon. Hit Italy? Another strange move. I can just nuke this, and I most definitely will nuke that. Took Alaska, no losses. Russia, bought 6 land units. Killed 1, lost 1 Ukraine. Wow, he's playing risky now. One fighter, 1 infantry, but it worked. And stacked Archangel. So that's a little Snoopy special. A little stack shift between Archangel and West Russia. Not necessarily a bad idea, though. I kind of like it. Anyway, I'm just going to buy 11 infantry and another fighter because you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to take that easy fleet there. Why wouldn't I? No, I guess I could just... Do I add the extra infantry? I guess I can. Am I going to try to defend France? I think I will. Huh. I don't know why he keeps offering me these fleets. It's just, he should kill, what, like 2 fighters and I sink everything? Well, I won't lick a gift horse in the mouth. Yep, that was the average. That was the average result. That was ludicrously profitable. Got it. Alright, well, put a guy there. Put those schmucks up. I guess I'll just position my guys in Germany. Okay, how many units can you hit this with? He can hit it with 4 and 4. Let's calculate that out to make sure we're safe there. In France. How many units would we need? 10? 10 should be fine. I'll do 11 because I want to be safe. I'll add an AA gun. Okay, now we should also... Yeah, I should be... How many units did I buy? 11 and a fighter, okay. I can probably just move all of these forward, right? Should be very safe here, but I'll calculate it just for posterity's sake. What are his odds on... Below 1%, okay. I could live with below 1% odds. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. That would only be 8 units and a bombard can hit us versus, you know, 14 units. He might, I don't know. Would he try to YOLO Karelia? I can't imagine his odds would be very good. I can't imagine his odds would be very good. Well, I can't really add anything extra to it anyway, right? These fighters can only go here. So I'm really adding everything I can to Karelia, so no point in second guessing it. Let's do AA protection. But I think I should still calculate out what a 2-1 attack looks like. Right? Because I might want to put AA first, depending on what his potential odds are. I shouldn't be lazy, just because I want expediency. Okay, so what would a 2-1 Karelia attack look like? It would start with, I guess he'd have 3 infantry, tank artillery, 6, 7 fighters, a cruiser, and 20 infantry, 3 tanks, 2 fighters. No, his odds are abysmal. His odds are abysmal. Okay, don't need to worry about it. And even if he does somehow clear it, like, Japan's a very real threat here. And it's not like he has a bunch of follow-up to stack Karelia anyway. Okay, we're looking good. I think so. $38, not bad for turn 7. Yeah, we got a respectable attack power lead. Japan's still kind of limping, but we're starting to get back on our feet. Starting to take these islands. Put a little reminder here for me to attack this. Yeah, I think, well, Japan's not doing that much. UK's really strong, but USA is just pathetic. He has 2 transports here. I guess a third going after Japan, like, he's just giving Germany too much space. He keeps donating fleet. Yeah, I don't know. This feels a little sloppy compared to the usual play I see from Snoopy. Anyway, that's it for now. Catch you next time for Japan 7. Welcome back. It's Japan 7. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. Bought 6 land units and a bomber. Took Northwestern for free, Baltic for free, sunk that transport with a bomber going to Alaska. I guess I missed that. I thought it was safe, but that was just an error by me. Hit Ukraine, killed 1, lost 1. Hit Yunnan, killed 3, lost 3. So I guess the AA did its job. This was a tricky turn for me because normally I'm all about optimizing. Like, I hate my naval defense. Hate it. I want to just attack, be as efficient as possible. But the way it's shaping up, it looks like Snoopy's pretty much transitioning into a kill Japan first with what he's doing with the US. So I'm going to have to slow down. I'm going to buy a sub aircraft carrier, a fighter. I know I don't have max logistics, but I think I just have to take the attitude of I need to let Germany finish the game, not Japan. And I'm buying the sub to shut down these shenanigans here, so I don't have to keep burning a bomber every time he plants something. Originally, I was going to hit Eastern Australia, but since he has the bombers and the sub here, that's no longer safe, so I have to attack here. I could also go down to 38, but that's not really what I want in terms of positioning. I want to, well, I don't know. Maybe that is what I want. Maybe I do want to go there, but no. It's hard because I want to be able to take back some of these islands, so I have a place to drop planes here to just zone out his transport drops if he keeps doing them. Well, let me do the other attacks first. I think I can do it that way. 1 fighter can get back here. So I guess I thought I usually like to think through my turns first, but I guess I didn't this turn. I'm kind of... I also have the opportunity to potentially stack Novosibirsk if I put all my planes there. I don't really know how much that does for me strategically, but it's a thing I could do. I don't think I will. Do I want to be here to potentially go after French Madagascar, or stay here to contest C-Zone 44, maybe move up to C-Zone 50? I'm just not sure. I could also move to New Guinea, but I kind of want to take the income. I could move to New Guinea with an aircraft carrier, a battleship, and some fighters. That's another possibility. What would that even look like? One sub versus 3 bombers versus a destroyer aircraft carrier with... Because I don't think I want to land. Do I want to keep my transports here? I guess I do. Yeah, he can hit it with... Can his bomber reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, his bomber can reach there. This is a tough turn. Yeah. Give me a minute. I'm going to pause the video to think this through so I don't hem and haw too long here. Okay, I thought it through, and I think it's more important for me to just stop the US from bullying me in the Pacific rather than worry about going for Madagascar. I think that's just too greedy. Japan's barely holding on as it is. I'm getting bullied by a 3 production a turn India and the super stack Russia. So I think I'm just going to do it like this, and we'll play accordingly. Do I want 2 infantry? 2 fighters? I think if I put a battleship destroyer aircraft carrier 1 part, that should be fine for here, right? Yeah, that should be fine. Let's go for this. Alright, well, hopefully that bomber hits back, right? I'm still gonna put 2 units here. I'm gonna put some tanks here to add additional pressure. I'm just going to... I'm going to keep the artillery there for now as a deterrent. This is for the new aircraft carrier, the other units. I don't even know where I want to put them. Normally I'd like to be double stacking all of these, but UK just has so much air and my unit flow is kind of slowed to a trickle as Japan. Let's put the guys here for a little bit more range. guess... Yeah, this... What did I purchase? Yeah, sub aircraft carrier. Okay, this should be safe, right? All he can hit it with is a single UK bomber, so I think I'm actually going to swap to... I guess I can swap to carrier protection. I don't think he's like... Well, I don't know what Snoopy's likely to do at this point. He's been taking super bad battles, and one of them worked out. He cleared my fleet, so I guess I'm just trying to play a little bit tighter now that I know what sort of madness he's capable of. So this here is enough. Yeah, that's 4 versus 4, and I have a battleship, so that's an extra health point. He really shouldn't go for that, right? It's a 33% clear for him. Maybe I should just go for the default profile. I'll just keep carriers protected. It only makes it 3% less likely I lose C-Zone. This C-Zone if I make carriers die first. And if he does decide to suicide in here, I'd like the fighter to die rather than the aircraft carrier. Alright, let's do it this way. The tanks are here to have a little bit more leverage against Burma. Aircraft carrier will hopefully allow us to re-secure these territories at some point, but yeah, we're slowing our pressure. We're only trickling in a few units each turn, unfortunately, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices in order to not go into an even worse position. I guess I'll keep this bomber here in case I need to suicide it again to take out another transport. I guess I wouldn't need to because I... 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess this bomber can move somewhere else now. Because the fighter here could shut him down if I needed it. Let's swing over to here. You know what? Maybe I'll just leave it in Japan. Can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have a little bit more range there. But then again, no, I'll just keep it here. I might want to hit Eastern Australia, and an extra bomber will help with that. We'll see. I don't know what I'm doing here. This is such a weird position. He wiped, you know, practically our entire navy for the cost of 1 sub, and here we are reeling. This sub, you might wonder, why did you buy a sub Blacktide? I did it to try and zone out future transport drops by him. Weird game. Weird game, but we do have an attack power lead, which is something. And I think Germany is just starting to get really snowbally. Since the US isn't here, I shouldn't need to add too many units more to keep France safe. I might be able to buy even another fighter to threaten a fleet wipe, which would be very costly for him. And once I get all of these units over to Karelia or West Russia, he's probably going to struggle to defend. If I can get a West Russia stack, that's awesome. And then it's a Caucasus stack, and then it's probably game. If I can manage that. We'll see. Alright, see you guys next time for Germany 8. Welcome back. It's Germany 8. Let's take a look at what Snoopy did. He bought an aircraft carrier, destroyer, 2 fighters. Looks like he's planning to re-engage, kill Germany first. He hit Hawaii, no losses, unfortunate. I was hoping that guy would hit back. And he hit Kazakh, and the hero killed the tank. For Russia, he bought 6 units, hit West Russia, lost 1, no losses in Vologda. So this turn took me a little bit of thinking, because I can just play it, you know, super safe, just grind it all out. But he stacked West Russia, and I have a 81% chance to full clear it at a pretty hefty profit. And if I clear it and get average odds, we should just win the game. As long as this AA gun doesn't completely mow us down, we should be able to retreat with relative safety. And I think it's just the perfect time to do it, because I can just trade everything else pretty safely without any real, like, you know, real risks. Like the penalty for failure is pretty low here. So I'm just going to buy another fighter because I like zoning out his navy, and 9 land units. So let's do the easy moves first. I still do want to hold Karelia, even though I'm going to YOLO. I don't really know if you'd call this a YOLO. The 81% to clear on a huge Russian stack, that's a pretty juicy slab of meat there. I mean, hard to say no to that, right? 35 versus 31. As long as this AA doesn't completely wreck us, I think we're okay. I hope so. And I'm stacking Northwestern Europe because he doesn't have the ability to split his fleet with how many air units I have, or at least that's what I'm going with. Strong, strong, everything's strong. All right, let's do the big one first. Be kind. Nice. And those are pretty good hits. Those were good hits. Well, those were not good hits, but the first round is the most important one. If you have a great first round and a sucky second round, you're usually in okay shape. Yeah. Snoopy's just been playing really reckless this game. I guess he must feel really behind. Yeah, as I said, I think we did even better than we should have. We should have lost... Yeah, I guess the calculator said we should have lost 70 there. Well, I guess it depends on how the AA hits. Nice. Okay, so I guess I can put 2 infantry there. I think I want to try to be extremely safe because he's, at this point in time, probably thinking I need to YOLO to win because I am super far behind. So let's take a look at the different attacks he can perform here. I think I'm going to... Let's see, I guess he could hit here, but that's not a super lucrative attack for him. What if I just load a ton of infantry here? Let's see, first, will he attack Karelia? What are his odds on Karelia if I fully stack that with 7 infantry? You know, I think I just want to give him Karelia. He can have it. I'll just put these guys here. I think when we're this far ahead, instead of thinking how can we get more ahead, I think I need to focus on how do I not lose. You know, let's see. I plan to place... I guess I can just place one unit in Karelia just to try to force him to send something at it. But I think he's gonna go for a YOLO on Berlin. That's what I think he's gonna be doing. So let's try to get those odds basically to 0% on a Berlin attack. So if I have an AA, and let's change my defense profile to AA first. How's Japan? Japan's fine. Let's exit. Re-enter.
Hey, listen!
And see. Okay, if I place... what did I buy? I'll just say I'll place all but one there. That's... What are his odds? His odds are 0%. Okay. Yeah. He only has 2 transports. Okay, let's go with this. A 0% chance is something I can sleep well with. Put one guy there just to force some sort of response. And let him have fun with the 0% capture chance. Because this was a huge value swing. I think he did it because he was desperate, but, you know, I mean, when you offer people 81% chance to wipe a Russian stack, and I have the attacker's advantage, too. If my first round went terrible, my odds turned sour, I'd just pull back. I'd be like, well, that sucked, but we gave it a good college try, and we'll pull back, and the game will go on. But if we get good dice, or like in this case, I got even better than expected dice, right? Yeah. Then, you know, we get something like this where Russia's basically dead. They're basically dead next turn. So I think he'll probably YOLO Germany and then probably concede, but we'll see. All right, catch you guys next time for Japan 8. All right. Well, as expected, Snoopy decided to throw in the towel. That was a pretty crippling blow against Russia, and can't say I blame him there. Very interesting game, the way Snoopy goes so hard against Japan, especially that, you know, sub and bomber attack on 61 that wiped practically our whole fleet. Caused us a lot more damage than I would have expected. But conversely, you know, you guys saw a little bit of what it's like when Germany gets free reign. I got all those bombers and fighters, and it really, you know, destroyed his half-hearted med shock. So, really fun game as always with Snoopy, and with that, we are currently tied for first place with General Jippy for the most points. If Rod wins one game and loses one game in his as of this moment, continuing games, it will be a 3-way tie for first place. So that's a little interesting. Want to thank, once again, the commenters, subscribers, and the paying members especially. You guys are the best. I read every comment you guys put out there, and it helps encourage me to keep making these. Alright, that's it for now. Catch you guys next time.